So Christmas shopping has officially started and I have spent so much money this week. Hi guys, gals and non-boring pals, welcome back to Budget with Ira. My name is Ira and on this channel we talk about budgeting, paying down debt and saving up for the life that you truly deserve. Now if that sounds like something you'd like to watch, please consider subscribing to the channel because we do have a lot of fun over here, bestie. Yes, we really do. Today we're going through my budget and we're looking at all of the spends that I spent last week. We're looking at week 4 of November's budget. We're going to look at all the money that left my account last week, whether it be cash or card, and comparing that against my budget and making sure I'm on track. As I said, there's a lot of expenses and there was an unbudgeted spend as well, but it was something I was predicting, so it's kind of okay. At the end of today's video, we're going to be doing a saving challenge. We're going to be playing around with sinking funds and we're just going to get into it. So let's get into it. Today we are in my budgeting journey planner that's available on my Etsy store. You can get 10% off with code Bestie10. We're open up onto November's calendar and we're going to lay down expense trackers that goes from the 23rd all the way through to the 29th. We're going to close down the budget as well. So very, very exciting. So if we look at the key up here, the light pink is sinking funds. You're going to see this color a lot, and spending. All the bills pretty much were accounted. Yeah, they were accounted for as well. So yeah, so let's get situated and let's get going. Starting off on the Sunday, I bought some Christmas presents online. Couldn't tell you who it was for. I think this was my niece. She was the first one to get in. And from my own sinking fund that I've been saving up for, I spent £300 on running gear. So I bought 4 new tops because the tops that I was wearing were too big for me. I bought a new pair of trainers, which I absolutely love. And I bought like a jacket with a little zip, that's because it's cold outside at the moment and running outside is brutal at the moment. I had a no spend day on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday I did some more online shopping. So Christmas presents £40. I think that was for a niece or a nephew. The same again. They just like expensive stuff. It's outrageous. 36 and 60. So some of it is my boyfriend, some of it is nephews, some of it is nieces, and that's about it really for that day. I put some petrol in my tank on the Wednesday, and this was my overspend for the week. I just didn't budget enough petrol for myself, and I went and got my hair cut, which I desperately needed. And in the evening my family were having a takeaway and I joined in, and my share was £10 and I used my spending money for that. So there's another load of online shopping. Most of this was actually Amazon, but it's come up as separate bills. So there was 6, 8, 42 and 14, and I don't want to say what it was or where it was even from because then they'll know, because some of them actually watch these videos. I actually got some bits from Asda for Christmas presents, you know, like some selection boxes and stuff like that. I spent £9 somewhere and £8 somewhere else. And online I used my clothing budget. I bought underwear because I needed underwear that fit. And then it was a no spend day, thankfully, on the Saturday. So that was a pretty intense week, but we just need to do the last check-in of the week up here. Let's get up close and personal. So I'm going to start by filling in everything that I know. So starting off with spending, I gave myself £15 last week and I thought that was going to be enough. I only spent 10, which would normally leave me with £5. We're going to put that into the change tin, or maybe 5 for Friday. I'll decide when I get there. So we're going to roll over 0. Haircut, I had £30, so we stuffed nothing extra. I spent the 30 and then there's nothing left over. Petrol, we stuffed nothing extra and we had nothing, but I still spent 30. So that's technically minus 30, but it is also unbudgeted as well. So I'm going to put 0 for unbudgeted, but I'm going to count it as an unbudgeted spend when we get to doing the budget. So last week we stuffed 15. I spent 70, and we're going to take minus 30 out and put that into the budget. Talking of that fiver, she's in here. This is my A7 lovely little binder that's available on my Etsy store. Use code Bestie10 for 10% off. I'm going to take this fiver out and we're going to go into the change tin. Here she is. She's dusty but beautiful. And she looks like this. When you buy her on my Etsy store, there's 5 different colors. It's a sticker. You can stick it on anything. And we've got a fiver to put in, and it's definitely a calculator situation. We are going to finally clear off that bottom row. So let's do £5 minus 342, 158. So if we've got 158 available, it makes, yes, we do. So we can sign off 2 today. We'll do the 158 and the 342, and then 2 are done, and that's very good. Like, okay, I'd like to put it in Fiver Friday, but I'm going to put in loads. Okay, I need to tell you about something as well. So you know I said I was going to put a fiver in every day for Friday. It's just been too busy to film it all and edit it all, so I'm going to do it in January. So the money's going to roll over until January, and we're going to do that in January. We'll do it in January. Back in the budget, and as you can see, everything's been accounted for. In terms of bills, everything came out exactly spot on except for car insurance. But over here, we had a £30 unbudgeted spend, which was the petrol. I've since corrected that, and we've got a much better petrol budget in the new year. With the extra £30 and with the saving in car insurance, that all came up to £729.90, which actually left me, when we take it away from what I earn in November, forgot the month then, 1,580.69. So when we take the envelopes away, which was my spending, haircut and petrol, we were left with £1,300 exactly, 69. And then we saved 1,160. Most of that already spent, but we are doing that, and we have, once we take the 1160 away from what we had, it is 140.69. Now the keen eye of yous will already see that we've overspent. So it was minus 931 for the month. And do you know what? I'm okay about that. If we look back to previous months, if we can find one, we've got buffer. We've saved buffer. It's been a very, very long time since we've done this, so there's buffer in the bank and we're okay. When we look forward to December looks a lot more gracious in terms of petrol, spending, all of that. Like, it looks a lot more gracious. So I think we're going to be okay. Right, it's time to cash stuff. But before we do that, let me show you the brand new savings challenge that is launching this week. This savings challenge was named by people over on my other channel called Don't Trust Ira, where we design stuff together, we make stuff. This one's called Rainbow Roller. And if you look, she is very, very beautiful. Look at that. So the premise of this challenge is it's like a amped up and just a bigger version of the primary challenge. So instead of just the primary colors, you've got all 6, you've got the whole rainbow here. So how it works is you've got this and you got this, and you can also get this extra. You can get all 3 together, or you can get just that as a challenge to save a bit of money. What you do is with this little thing, you write the amount that each dot is going to be. So this challenge never ends. There's no end in sight. It only ends when you say it ends. So let's say you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever you want to do. You'll roll the dice every week and you'll save whatever it said. So that could have been a 25 for me, or a 5, like, who knows. She's absolutely beautiful. She's available now. And again, you can get it just as this, just as the challenge with the dice and the little thing, or you can get it as the complete set. I think it's better as the complete set, but it's completely up to you. Time to cash stuff, and we're going into this binder. We're still using this one because it's still Christmassy, and we're going to go through to spending, and we're going to take out the £40 I have for the week. So let's go ahead and do that. Oops, there's a lot there. So I take 2 5s, a 20, and a 10, which is 40. And then what I'm left with is 4 40s. And obviously I don't need a calculator. So I don't need a calculator at all to tell me. I've got £160 here. So let's count that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. Exactly as I mathematized in my head. Knew it. So putting that back, but we don't give ourselves the full £40. No, we do not. What we're going to do is we're going to move over to the savings challenges that we're doing this month. So I want to do pizza. I want to do Fiver Friday, but what I really need to do is make sure that I see the end of this 2026 challenge. So I'm going to put 20 into there, and I'm going to put a fiver into something else and see what happens. So let's cross that off. And the real decision now is, where do I put that other fiver? Because I don't think I can give myself a tenner for the week. I really don't. So the choice is to play with pizza, which we've only just started, or really go into Fiver Friday. But I think I'm going to do pizza because it brings me a lot of joy. So each one is a fiver. I'm going to put this little piece here, like so. Very good. Love this little thing at the back, makes it so much easier. And we're going to put this fiver away, and then we are all good. So that's us cash stuffed, kinda. We have to put it into here. This is the A7. She's back again. And we're putting it in here. And this is my 15 quid for the week. I'm really finding that I'm not needing as much because I'm saving up for the things that I need. So that's us cashed off for the week. Hi guys, and unplanned house. Thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. We've got some exciting videos coming. I've had some really nice ideas as well. So we've got some good stuff coming. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. Massive thank you to everybody because we've managed to hit 12k. It has been a very slow year in terms of subscriptions this year, and that's absolutely fine. I feel like we've kind of got to our resting point and I'm really enjoying where we are. But if you watch these videos, because there are a fair amount of people who watch these videos that aren't yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do it because it means the absolute world to me. Have you considered becoming a channel member or a patron? Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks, and significant discounts off my Etsy store. Channel members get early access to every single video. In fact, they've seen this video long before you have, Bestie. If you like sound size packs and you like the sound of me, have a look at the links in the description. You will not regret it, Bestie. An extra special thank you to our top tier patrons, also known as Sugar Daddies: Amanda Briggs, Angie, Kathy and Diana Hazel, Denise Nelson, Diana Hazel, Emma Playford, Janice Spackman, Lakota, Megan Edwards, Nat, Susan, Tasha Bouvier, Tiffany Probasco, Tony Leland, and Tracy Dowdy. And that list is hopefully getting updated next video. It should do at least. That's all we have for today's video. So until the next one, Bestie, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. Okay, what do we do for the thumbnail? Because I feel lost. I'm just gonna go, like one of that, because I'm stressed about Christmas spends. Yeah, one of that, I don't know. One of them will do. All right, see you next week, Bestie.